Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hey,
I can't.
Kawisi, welcome.
I can't believe vacation's over.
It's over.
How
Back
was
to work. Back to work.
this was like wishful thinking. Like I was not expecting you to have this session today. I
Really?
thought you would have been on vacation still.
Oh, it was, I think I was gone for 10 days, and it's 10 days too long.
Wow. Wow. I can't believe wow.
Yeah.
But you had a good time?
Had a good time. Had a great time. Had a great time.
Glad to hear.
I don't do well with vacations. I don't do well with vacations. I'm still working, still trying to get things done, you know?
I hear that. I hear that.
But we've got a lot to go over. Great to be back.
Glad you're back.
Thank you. Thank you, Kawisi. Hey, Travis, welcome.
Hey, David.
Hello, hello. We'll get started shortly. This is the beginners class, but since it's our first day back, we'll kind of keep things open this evening. Let's see here. 1 second. We'll get started. It doesn't look like I missed much. Oh.
I can't believe it's been 10 days. Oh my gosh. Time
Yeah.
just like
I know, right? Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Well, it's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back. Yeah, I've been gone about 10 days. And what I try to do is at least keep you guys in the loop. So we haven't had any of the training classes, the evening classes, but you guys should have received market updates, okay, from me. So we've got a bit of a movement in, let me share my screen here. So I know this is the beginners class, but we need to go over these markets this evening since it's the first day back. So we are watching some of the moves that are developing. We're seeing some moves develop in the equity markets. All right, equity markets. We'll take a look at that. Also, we've seen a move in Forex. All right, we'll go over that. And then also Bitcoin. All right, so we are watching Bitcoin right here. You guys should see my chart. All right, and then I'll open up the floor for any questions. So we've got new support and resistance lines on Bitcoin. You guys know it's in the markdown phase. All right, right now it's testing that resistance right here. All right, it's at 31,800 right now. All right, we could get a move. It has really held support. All right, so support is at 30,000, and boy, it has really held that 30,000 mark. This consolidation basically stayed right at that 30,000 mark. So right here, right here is support, right here is support. So we're looking for, if the buyers continue to come in, what we're looking for is a big breakout. All right, so we could see a big breakout. That would be good for the bull. Similar to here, if you guys look here, right, same, almost similar price action here, right? The last time it held support at 30,000, right? So it's doing the same thing here. Then some big buying came in here, green candles, closed the short, and then went long. All right, so that doesn't mean that that will happen, but that's what's setting up to happen. So if it does happen, there's no surprise. All right, but it could continue to consolidate a bit, and it could also move back down, test this support here, and continue in that markdown phase. Okay, but they are definitely holding support. All right, you guys should see that. Definitely holding the 30,000 support. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, let me remove this. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, right? So if it gets above this, gets higher, around 33, 34, 34,000 is right here. All right, so I would say 34,000 or so, it will close. It will close the sell short signal, 35, all right, 35 through about 37, we would get a buy signal to move higher if the price moves higher. But again, it could always test this support down in here. All right. The equity markets, right? Boy, we had a big week last week. So the week I decided to take off, a lot of buying, right? A lot of buying came into the market. So last week, and we talked about being careful with puts, being careful with shorts, all right? So last week, so this was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, right? So all of last week we had buying up candles, okay? Today kind of flat, right? Little down, kind of flat. This is the Dow right here. The concern with longs, so let's open this up here. We're still in the markdown phase, all right? But a lot of buying came in last week. All right, lots of buying came in last week. All right, we have I would look at this area here. Previous support, which was right about here. Here was our previous sell short signal. It's back within the box, within support and resistance. So here is resistance right here, right about here is pretty decent support. All right, even down in this area in here. And so price needs to stay below, I would say below this area but definitely below this moving average, right? Below this moving average. We could see consolidation like this, right? So consolidation similar to this, right in here, similar to this, okay? Before the price moves lower, or it could move higher, right? But still in the markdown phase, okay? So selling could come in. Pretty tricky area here. So just be careful with longs. Definitely be careful with longs. This could be setting up for some good puts or shorts, okay? But we would need to see some sellers come in, right? This is on the daily time frame, so we need to get a red candle, all right, to get aggressive again with shorts, similar to here, right? Red candle, price came lower, red candle, price came lower, okay? So we would need a red candle here on the Dow. All right, any questions on this? Any questions on this? This has been tricky to trade last week. If you're trading shorts, you're trading puts. All right. The VIX has come down a bit. So the VIX is at 26. All right, so if we take a look at the VIX right here, now we're seeing the same price action, guys, on the S&P. All right, on the S&P, same price action on the S&P. All right, this will fake out a lot of traders, right? They might get real bullish in here, and then selling will continue, resume, right? That markdown phase. We're still in that markdown phase. All right. So same price action on the S&P, same price action on the NASDAQ right here. All right, on the NASDAQ, all right. Still the markdown phase. Sellers can come in again, and we could see that this week. All right. Hey, Danny, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So same thing with IWM. The Russell, same thing, guys. Same thing. All right. So we could see sellers come back in, right, and push that price down. Okay. So if we look here, as a matter of fact, if you're quick, this is a good setup for shorts. You've got to just be, or puts, just be patient. All right. Right. So you could see, we could see something like this, where the price gets to this area right in here, similar to here, similar to here, right? And then the selling resume. Okay. So it's not in the markup phase. It's still in that markdown phase, right? Where sellers can come back in. So keep that in mind. If you go long, just trade a small time frame. The energy stocks are looking good. So you could trade some of the energy stocks. They've been bucking the trend. Here's the VIX, right? So the VIX came down. The VIX right now is at 26. All right, came from a high, a recent high of 36. So it's now at 26, but it's holding. It's holding at right at 26, right in this area, right in here. All right. All right. Okay, so energy. So if you're going, if you want to go long, if you want to play the long game, right? Energy, right, is still decent, right? Utilities, that's a new one. We saw utilities last week, all right? And then healthcare just popped up today. All right, so we should see some of these stocks in Bullmaster and Stock Boss, okay? But again, be careful. Energy is where, if you want to go long, there are some plays in energy, all right? I'm excited about Monster Scalper, all right? We've been anticipating a move in the yen pairs. All right. Long. So we're looking at long yen, right? And shorting the dollar pairs, right? The dollar pairs have retraced a bit. All right. So here is the dollar index, right? So the dollar index retraced a bit. Here was the high. Let's draw it out. All right, so let's draw it out. So here was the dollar index. You guys remember when we were long the dollar, right? We got in right here was the high, and then it has pulled back. So it's pulled back a bit, okay? And it's sitting right here, right? So we've seen moves in the dollar short, right? So you guys should have taken some trades in the dollar. I think it's the USD CHF is the top trending pair right now in Monster Scalper. All right, and that's short. So you guys should be in those dollar trades. But the biggest opportunity right now is in the yen pairs. Anyone in the yen pairs? Anyone trading the yen pairs? No one is in the yen pairs?
Yeah, I'm in a couple of positions in the yen pairs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good job, Gary. Anyone else in the yen pairs? All right. You guys should be in the yen pairs. Okay. Let's take a look at the yen pairs, right? Right here, that's the yen pairs. All right. I know pound yen. Pound yen looks really good. Here is pound yen here. Here's the buy signal here. Break of this resistance, we got a buy signal here, guys. Okay, we have a fairly decent markdown phase. All right, a bit rocky. All right, but still a markdown phase, accumulation, markup phase, buy signal here. These yen pairs move. So whenever we get a chance to trade the yen pairs, we want to be all over them. All right. New Zealand yen, that looks really good. Here was a buy signal here. It looks to test this resistance line, reaccumulation. All right, buy signal here. All right. Let's see here. Dollar yen, I had a trader call me today, text me rather, that they got into this pair here, dollar yen. All right, so that gave a buy signal. Early buy signal right here, and here it is moving higher here. Nice markdown phase, okay? So you guys want to be all over these yen pairs, all right? Trim positions, dollar pairs, yes, that's a decent pullback, but this is the trade right now. All right, the yen pairs, we've been waiting for this setup. Euro, here is euro yen, that's moving higher. Swiss yen. All right. Swiss yen. I believe Swiss yen was, and it still is. It's the top trending yen pair right now. All right. Earlier, I think overnight, I got back in late last night. I believe it was all the way down in here. Now it's all the way up here. It's the fourth trending pair right now. And there is something going on with the Swiss. So the dollar Swiss on the short side is the top trending pair. All right. And then Swiss yen, all right, to the long side, right? To the long side, that's the fourth top trending pair. All right. So CAD yen, let's take a look at CAD yen. Look at CAD yen, buy signal right here, nasty chart. Okay, but guess what? Picked up a nice buy signal right here, break of this resistance right here, and the price is all the way up here. All right, the next one, Aussie yen, buy signal here. All right, and it's all the way up here. So You guys want to be all over. That's the best trade right now. All right. The best trade are the yen pairs. All right. The second best trade, that's the short side on the Swiss. I'm sorry, the dollar. Dollar Swiss right here. That's the top one, but that closed right here. There was that short right here. All right, that closed. USD NOK, that's still holding. All right. Did anyone go short the dollar pairs? Anyone shorted the dollar pairs? Danny, did you short any of the dollar pairs?
No, I did not. But the yen pair, I'm actually I received it a little bit late because I was working, but I'm looking to enter again in the nearest either like a higher low or like a retracement. I'll look to enter once that happens because I'm not sure if it's good to enter right now.
Okay, on which pair?
The pound yen.
Pound yen.
Yeah, like right now it looks like it's retracing, but I don't know. It will be good to just wait until the next break of resistance.
What time frame? What time frame are you trading on?
Well, I'm usually do like a 30-minute right now. I've been doing a 30-minute one.
Okay.
Yeah.
30-minute. Okay. Okay. All right. How about you, Travis? Are you in any of the pairs? The yen or the dollar pairs?
I'm not in any of the yen pairs, only because I was in some of the dollar pairs, and right after those closed out, I think a few weeks ago we had talked about I was looking at the like other pairs with the US dollar, so British pound, Aussie USD, and the New Zealand dollar USD.
Okay.
And so initially when we spoke about it, it was a little premature, but I've gotten in those pairs and
Okay.
they've done pretty well. So I'm in about 4 of them. And then so it was like a week before the yen pairs took off. So I haven't closed out those positions yet. Which is good for me because I'm not that confident trading yen pairs. They just never seem to work out for me. But at least now I have a good excuse because I'm already tied up in a few pairs that are still moving. Okay. I mean, they pull back a little bit today, but they've been doing well.
Yeah, those and I'm glad you mentioned the Aussie and the Kiwi pairs. Those run with the yen pairs, and yeah, they have been moving. They got an earlier move, all right. But they will move together, all right, with the yen pairs. So that's confirmation when the yen pairs are moving, right? That's confirmation for the Aussie and the New Zealand pairs. Okay, so nice, good job, nice trades here. Yeah, the yen pairs are very volatile. All right, so if you wanted to catch a move with the Asian, right, the Asian market, right, but you want to stay away from a lot of that volatility in the yen pairs. I like the yen pairs. I like the volatility. These here are a bit slow for me, but they work. I mean, they work well, right? They're the volatility a bit slower. So good job. Watching the volatility on the pairs. All right.
David, I got a question for you about
yes,
New Zealand yen pair.
New Zealand yen.
Yen, yeah.
All right, this one here.
Yeah, can you go to the 30-minute window on that?
30-minute. NZDJPY. All right.
Okay, that's a 30-minute window. Okay, so last night there was a white exit candle. That should have been around, Can you see if that was around 1100, 2300 last night?
Yeah, let's
That
bring
white
up,
one right there.
yeah, that's this one right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 20,
Yeah.
2100. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is this: that I think I got out of there last night around around 2300,
Okay.
and then it came another buy signal came in today. I think around 9, I believe. What is that? What times? What is that time slot for that blue one right there?
Let's see, $1,900.
Yeah, that's recently.
Yeah.
That was another one. I think it might have been. Maybe it was the AUD JPY. One of them I had a question on and I wanted to bring up to you. It might have been the AUD JPY.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe
AUD,
this one. What is that? What is that exit time?
that was
frame right
9.
there?
That was the exit was at 4:30.
This morning.
Yeah. And
Okay, I
then
got out at 11. I got out at 11 last
maybe-
night before this morning.
Oh, okay.
And then I got back in at that buy signal right there. But my question is if the 240 doesn't, okay, the 240 is not going to reflect any of these signals right here. The 240, you still got a blue go.
Okay.
Is it better that I just not make that exit because 30-minute window gave me an exit, or just stick with the 240? I mean, it's weird. It's one of those things where I'm kind of like I'm spinning, but because I don't want to be out, but my 30-minute window says get out, but I don't want to be out. So it's just one of those things. Just a good trader, I can stay in and keep riding that 240 because it never got me out.
Okay. So here is where we have to decide on a time frame, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I want to know, the time frame, because if you look at the two time frames, one says get out at last night or this morning at 4 a.m., but it got us back in, but the 240 never got us out.
So which time frame you're trading on? Which is your trading window?
It was on so I believe I came in on the 30-minute window because I got in late. Obviously, I got in really late on this.
Okay. On Aussie.
Yes, I got in late on that, but I wanted a little bit of it.
Okay.
So I got in and then it got me out early this morning, but I saw again that at 9 o'clock, it gave me another buy signal on the 30-minute window, but the 240 never got us out.
Yeah. So this is where you have to decide. Let me draw it out here. This is where you have to decide. You have to pick a trading window.
Okay.
All right. No, you don't have to do it you don't have to, okay. So you can trade different time frames, but once you pick, right? Once you decide, okay, my entry will be on the 30-minute, you have to stick with that time frame for your exit. Okay. So you can't go back and forth.
Can't go back and forth. Okay.
No, you can't go back and forth. So you can't, no, let's say you pick an entry here. All right, let's say we have right here. Let's take this buy signal here, for example. Okay, so here is our buy signal right here on that break of this candle, right? This candle right here. All right, this candle right here, but here is literally our buy signal, the triangle right here on this resistance. Here is your resistance line right here. All right, so let's say you took this trade right here. All right, what we need to know, why we need the 240 when we trade on the 30-minute is for confirmation, right? And we need to follow the trend. So we know we've got a buy signal here on the 240. We're in the markup phase. All right. So this price action will follow this price action and vice versa. So all we need, this is your roadmap here. The 240 is your roadmap. This is your trading window right here. Right. So you wouldn't get out, you wouldn't exit on a sell signal here on the 240. You would exit on a sell signal here. Okay, so let's say the price breaks this, comes down, breaks this support, we would get a sell signal to exit. Okay, and get out on this time frame. If you don't do that, right, and you say, well, I got in on the 30-minute, but now I'm going to wait to get a sell signal on 240. Guess what? In order to get a sell signal on, let's say the price starts to calm down like this, right? You get a sell signal here and it continues to come lower. You don't get out here, all right? In order to get a sell signal on the 240, and let's say the price comes down in here,
Gonna lose a lot more.
you're gonna lose a lot more. The price would have to come down, perhaps all the way down in here to now get a sell signal here.
240.
Okay. So
well, if that's the case, then what I did is spot on because I got out at the 11 o'clock. Okay. I got out before that sell signal, but I was watching those price action and everything pointed to an exit signal. And 4 o'clock in the morning, it gave us one. And then here it is, gave us another one to come back in.
Yeah, that's a good question because so let's say, and you know, we'll do that sometimes, right? We'll switch time frames and, you know, we want to stay in the trade, right? So, you know, we get a sell signal here to exit. But guess what? We're looking at the 240 and like, well, let me now, because we don't want to take that loss, right? Let me now go ahead and monitor it on the 240. This exit here, this loss right here, this exit right here is, let's say, 91.90, let's say here. All right. So rather than getting out here, let's say you got out here on the 240 when it gives a sell signal, that's at 19.95. That's all the way down here. All right, that's all the way down here. That's a big loss. It's a small loss here, small loss, or perhaps even break even. Okay, but over here, this right here would hurt you, right?
Yep, that's a bigger loss.
That's a bigger loss, and you're really not taking small losses on this time frame here. So that's the thing, right? Pick once you decide, and what a good habit to do is once you decide on a time frame and you enter that time frame, you get in that trade, close out the other time frame. Don't look at it anymore.
Okay. Well, listen, when I saw this price action in these two windows, it wanted, you know, it gave me the opportunity to ask you about how to go about and navigate these two windows. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, but this is a perfect trade where just stay with, once you decide on that time frame, stay with it. What's nice about this trade, what do you think, what do you guys think is really nice about Gerald's trade here? Are you still in this, Gerald?
Yeah, I got back in it, and that's what made me wanted to know, like, man, I should have never exited last night. I mean, but it gave me an exit symbol, but I should have got out. But and when it came back in, I'm like, here I am getting out. But then the 240 never gave me the exit sign. So okay. I definitely see how you're processing it.
Okay, no, so where did you get in? Did you got in on this buy signal right here, right?
I got in on that buy signal at the 92. What did I get in?
Right in here.
I got in at 92.2.
92.2. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. I got in like at 92.2. So I got in. It's been consolidating pretty much ever since I got in. There was no movement since I got in.
This right here. Now, did you get any of this trade here? This
I didn't get very much of it. What I got out of that one, David, was I got out at 91, 96.
Okay.
And Let me see, where did I get in?
So they got the end of it.
I got the very tail in it, which was, I was okay with that because I'm like, hey, it should be an exit symbol when I wake up in the morning, and it was right there. But here it is, another one, and now I'm second guessing my move.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, don't do
Yep.
that. Okay.
Yep. You're right.
Just let it go. Let it do its thing. This is a perfect. You've got, look here. So you've got here. You've got a nice buy signal here on the 240. It's in that markup phase, right? All green candles. That's perfect, right? You've got a nice long trade here on the 30-minute, and now you've got a second opportunity, right? Count your blessings. You got a second. It's giving you a second opportunity right here, right?
That's exactly how I looked at it.
It's giving you a second opportunity. All green candles. All right, all green candles. Guess what? You've got resistance. Here's your resistance line right here. And guess what? Right? We know the markets just opened up. The Asian market just opened up. So we're getting some activity right now. Right? So you could get this where the price breaks this resistance. Right? That's what's happening. Right? Nice markup. Look, nice markup phase. All green candles, looking to test this resistance. No red candles, no white candles. And guess what? Your 240, it's perfect. Buyers are in control. That's what you want.
Okay, but so now I need to turn that 240 off, right? I need to watch that 30-minute because that's when I got back on the 30-minute, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pay too much attention to that 240.
Yeah, until you get used to it, where it's not affecting your trade. Right now, it's, you're still new to this, so it's affecting your trade a bit.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of put it to the side for now, until your trade is over. All right. Now it's going to test your patience, right?
Yeah.
And Travis has talked about this, right? Where, they'll go back and forth and test your patience. But this is what you want to do, right? This is how you learn to stay with it. You have to let it ride its course. Okay. So
appreciate it.
Yeah. So what I would do is do something like this, and that's for everyone. Once you have your confirmation, right? You're in, right? You've got your 240. Just move it like this. All right, kind of move it like this, right? And just keep this chart. And just let it, look at this right here. Look at this trade right here. All right. That's a really nice trade.
Yeah, that was a good trade right there. I got just the tail end of it.
Yeah. And there's no guarantee that you'll get another trade like this.
That's true.
But your job is to get in, which you did, and right, not getting at the tail end, getting right at the beginning of the move, right? And then just let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. So you did good, right? But now you can't mess it up. If you bother it, if you get out, get in again, get out, then that's not good. You'll screw up the trade, but most importantly, right, you're gonna mess up your skill, right? You won't develop the right skills. All right. Right now, there's nothing to do. There's absolutely nothing to do. It's just sit back. Just sit back. Okay. Don't think about the P&L. All right. So try not to look at your phone and look at the dollars going up and down. Just follow the candles. Follow the candles. And the only time you need to be concerned is if you get a red candle. Quite honestly, even a white candle, that's not that's yes, you can monitor it closely, but a red candle. So if you don't have any red candles, there's nothing to do. All right, red candles, start paying close attention, right? white arrow here, sell signal, that's when you want to get out. But until then, right, get some tea, get some coffee, right, relax. Let it do its thing. It will protect you. It will. Worst case scenario, right? It fails, breaks support, right? Resistance becomes support, right? It's gonna get you out like this. No big deal. It's gonna get you out. Guarantee that it will get you out. It's never going to, it'll never get you out all the way down here.
That's a pretty fast turnaround too, from that sell signal back to that entry signal.
Yeah. Yeah. And the goal is once you, and you're new to trading monster scalper, right? But as you develop these skills, the goal is, yes, you probably don't have a lot of capital on here, right? But as you develop this, you did a good job, right? Looking at that 240, that's perfect, right? Here is your roadmap. Here is your foundation. Here is your trading window right here, right? And guess what? It's moving right in sync, right in sync together, right? So at some point, as you develop this, and for everyone, the goal is to follow this process, just like what Travis is doing with his Aussie trades here, right? Once you guys do this for a while, these are great trades, right? These are great trades. Which one was it, Travis? Aussie what? Aussie dollar?
Yeah, I'm in all dollar. Yeah, so Aussie dollar, British
Zealand.
pound dollar, and
Okay.
New Zealand dollar.
Yeah.
So all hedging the dollar.
Hedging the dollar. So, and the goal is, as you guys, so Gerald, you knew, right? You're new to this, but as you continue to do this, the goal is you do this over and over and over. Yes, you're trading with, you know, small capital right now, but as you perfect this process, then you could put larger amount of capital. Okay, that's the goal. So where, you know, where this small amount of capital, you know, you might do, you know, 200-300 right now dollars in profit, or even let's say $50. You do it long enough, you build those habits, you know, there'll come a time when this trade right here could be $2 grand or $3 grand, right? Or $4 grand or 10 grand, right? Because all we're doing is adding zeros. All right. So, but we'll never get there, right? We'll never get there if we don't stick with it and let it do its thing. And that's the goal, right? That's the goal, to let it do its thing. So, but good job. Good analysis. I would say until you're certain about the process, right? Do your analysis like you did, but then focus on on your trade, focus on your trading window, your entry and your exit will be right here, nowhere else, just right here. Okay, good
And
job.
what was that 240 buy signal again? When was that? The 27th or 28th?
The buy signal on
that 240. What day was that?
On the 27th. Yeah,
29th.
Let me hold on. Let me open it up. So this candle right here, this candle is the 29th.
Yeah, so that's what it was. I tried to get in on that because it came at that time a day before, which was the 30th is when I got in. But then I saw that I was at the tail end of it. And then I was, because that sell signal came in at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the morning today.
So you were timing your entry on.
I was timing my entry, right.
But it was in this area right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of this move here was in this area right here. Yeah. So, all right, but good job. Good job. Good job. They're great trades. I mean, these are great trades, right? Try to get in, you guys, like Travis. Let's see, the New Zealand, if you wanted to take a trade, I wouldn't do it right now, but the Aussie, right? If you don't like the volatility in the yen pairs, right? Pound yen really moves, Euro yen really moves, but the Kiwi yen, the New Zealand yen, right, moves a bit slower.
I was
All right.
also, I think it's the Canadian dollar yen. I think.
CAD
Let me
dollar.
check. Yeah.
And what about it? Travis, you there?
1 second, my computer is
Oh, okay.
rebooting. I was looking at, after you had sent the message about the yen pairs. I noticed a few of them had moved quite significantly, and I think it was either Canadian dollar yen, maybe not. No.
Okay.
Oh, it was the Aussie dollar yen.
Aussie dollar. Okay. So if you wanted to, we want to learn to trade the yen pairs because they do move. But the Aussie yen and the New Zealand yen, sometimes they move a bit slower. Okay, so that's an idea to trade those. If we take a look at Aussie yen in here, so AUD. PY. PY. Boy, that's slow. Let's do it here. All right, so AUD JPY right here and NZD JPY. Look at that. So Daniel, I know you like the 30-minute time frame, right? There's some good opportunities here, right? New Zealand yen, a bunch of them, pound yen. All right, but I think the 240, if you guys can hold on, I think the 240 will probably be your better option. It looks like the yen pairs, they want to make a move, and the 240 will last quite a bit. They will last almost a month if they run, and this is early, right? This is very, very early. All right, very early. All right, look at this here. So this is pound yen, all right? If you guys look here, this is an early move. There is resistance right here. There is support. All right, it's just now getting in that markup phase. I know, we want to get in and out, but try, and you can have one trade on the 240, and you can trade another pair on the smaller time frame. All right.
That's what I was gonna do, Dave. I was gonna say that for the 240, or is it possible that I'll do one trade for the 240 and then maybe like use a smaller lot for the smaller time frames if I wanted to trade the yen pair
Yeah.
like that, or
Yeah.
you don't recommend it?
Yeah, I do recommend that. I would say, you know, it doesn't have to be the pound yen, right? I like to scalp pound yen. So you could scalp pound yen and then put like a Aussie yen or a slower moving yen pair, and trade that on the 240. All right, trade that on the 240. Let it do its thing. Let it run. Just let it do its thing. And then while that's trading, right? You can bring in a different pair, right, on the 30-minute. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna go 5 more minutes. And check this out. Once you guys get really good at this, right? So think of it like this is like multiple streams, right? Multiple streams of opportunities. All right. You can even do this where you can come into something like this with Forex Dominator, and check this out, where you have on a weekly time frame. That's really taking it out, right? But you set and forget it, right? So here's the weekly. So you could do that even on a weekly time frame. So let's take a look here. Let's just see what opportunities here in the yen pairs. Look at this here, right? And I'm not saying you trade this. This is your go-to. This is your pocket, right? This is big thinking now, big thinking, right? Here's a buy signal on the dollar yen, right? That came out in 2021, March of 2021. But look how many pips. That's a crazy amount of pips. All right. So let's say you open a separate account, right? And you just park it, right? Everything lines up, right? And you just you're still doing your 240, right? You're still doing your 30-minute. All right, here. So let's say you're looking for a big trade in the yen pairs. You put it on a longer time frame, weekly time frame. Open a separate account or whatever, right? Or just trade a separate pair, right? And then let it do its thing and just leave it in there. Let it run. All right. If you know the yen pairs are making a move, these yen pairs are making a move on the big time frame, on the weekly time frame. They're all moving up, right? They're all moving up on the weekly time frame. Find one that hasn't broken out yet, right? Here is a good one here. That's euro yen. Look at this, euro yen. And I'll finish with this. But I just want you guys to think, right? Not just one time frame, guys. All right, we can trade multiple time frames. Look for multiple opportunities. All right, so here is accumulation, break resistance here. Here's our buy signal here. You know, believe it or not, right? For this time frame, this is still early. Look, it's looking to test that resistance. But what do we have in our favor, right? All these yen pairs are moving up on the weekly time frame, okay? So you could take some, you know, not a lot of cash, right? Not a lot of capital, right? Just put some capital to work and let it do its thing, right? It could do, you know, here's one here, right? Near that buy signal right here. We know the yen pairs are moving. Look at this, right? We know they're breaking out to the upside on the weekly time frame. Look at this here, right? So while you've got, and then Daniel, you're right. So while you've got a position, let's say on the weekly, guess what? You could be, no, you've got to, you know, you've got to think, you know, you're using different time frames, so you've got to be, you know, alert, right? But you could have your 30 minutes, right? I still can't get this to come up. But let's say you have your 240 here, you trade in here, you've got a big trade on that weekly, and then you still scalping on the 30-minute, like Gary's doing on that Gerald is doing on that 30-minute time frame here that he's doing. So just think about that. All right. Think about that. It sounds like it's a lot to manage, but it really isn't, right? It's the same process. They're all the same process. Markup phase, buy signal, break of resistance, just different time frame. Okay. And you could have where one big trade could really, if a trade like this on the weekly time frame, right? You're not watching it every day, right? You're not watching it every day, but boy, a week goes by, because one candle is a week, right? A week or two goes by and you look at your account and it's like, wow, all right. So just think about that. All right. Anything else for me? Anything else? Well, it's back to work. Back to work. Look for opportunities. Look for opportunities in definitely in the yen pairs. Don't let these yen pairs. Don't miss these trades. Okay, do not miss these trades. They're moving higher. They're definitely moving higher. Like I said, here is Swiss yen right here. CAD yen is right here. New Zealand yen is right here. Aussie yen is right here. Dollar yen is right here. This works the same way every time. Pound yen is right here. And I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you that by the end of the week, right, into next week, these yen pairs will be the top leading pairs. Because that's where they're heading. That's where they're heading. So get on them, stay with them, right? Stay with them. Some of these you can't even get in on these under 240 anymore, right? And we've been talking about these. We've been talking about getting on these yen pairs, and some of them have left. I mean, they've gone, right? They've gone, right? Even here, this is too late. Here was the buy signal here. It's all the way up here, right? That's over from here to here. That's 100. That's 150 pips already. All right. So, I mean, this one here, that's gone. You can't chase it. I mean, we can find some opportunities on the 30-minute, but they're gone. And we've been talking about this. All right. So even this one here, all right, this one here, buy signal was here. And I know this is a bit rocky here. All right. But that's almost 200 pips. About 160, 160, 180 pips move already. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm glad to be back to work. I've missed the training classes. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. I know this is the beginners class, but I wanted to get some information out there to you guys. All right. Forex is moving again. Look here. Right. We've got more pairs. Right. We don't have 50% of the pairs consolidating and 50% trending. Right now, it looks like we've got about 70% of the pairs are above 20. So things are moving. Things are moving. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, guys. Take care.